It's kind of hot. So it has been a minute. I didn't intend to go this long between videos, but had a bit of a setback. Got my first overuse injury in about 6 years. Got the dreaded IT band syndrome. And what that is, if you don't know, is there's like a band of fascia between, I don't know why I'm pointing, it's not like you can see it, between your hip and your knee. And it's, it's thick, inflexible like a belt. And when all of the muscles kind of surrounding it become too tight, that belt can't move the way it's supposed to, and that results in outer knee pain and hip pain. And that's essentially what I've been dealing with the past 2 months now. And that kind of took the wind out of my sails, both in terms of just kind of my motivation to train, but also to make these videos. If I'm filming a training video, training for Teanaway, and I'm not training, it's like a training video about not training, but this is part of the journey though. It's part of the athletic journey to deal with injury, to deal with setback, and there's always a learning opportunity and a growth opportunity during times like this, not just in terms of learning why did I get hurt, what can I do to improve my running in that regard, strength training, checking out my gait, all of those kind of more mechanical things. But I think the really important thing from all of this, and hopefully me discussing this can help somebody that might be in a similar spot, might be dealing with injury or a setback in their running, it's the mental aspect of this. So when I first picked up this injury and realized I was going to be out of running for a little bit, I was bummed. And that's normal. You have to come to terms with what you're dealing with, and that usually involves being a little bit sad about it for a while. It was challenging because I want to do Teanaway, which is one of the harder 100-mile courses you can do in the US, and I want to run it well. I've already done it, so I would like to do better than my first go around at it. I have this ambitious goal, and my reality for a good couple of weeks was running is impossible. It wasn't even like I could grin and bear it if I wanted to sort of thing. It was the kind of pain where if I attempted to run, my leg would lock up to try to guard me from doing that because it was so painful. And even walking was pretty uncomfortable for a bit. So it's like I have this ambitious goal on the horizon. I want to run this 100-mile race. I want to run it quickly. But the immediate reality is getting up to go get a glass of water is an endeavor. Sitting down on the toilet and getting up off the toilet is an endeavor. So when that's the reality and you have no tangible evidence that you are capable of doing the thing that you want to do, you have to lean on self-belief, and you have to trust yourself, and it requires a lot of self-love to do that. It's really easy to have that self-belief and confidence and all of that when you do have immediate tangible evidence that you're capable of something. If your training's going well, you've recently had some good races, you can have that confidence based off of those results. This is the objective, tangible evidence that I can do these kinds of things. But I not only am lacking that at the moment, I've had good races and good training, don't get me wrong, but not recently. And my more recent experience is just walking to the bathroom and then taking a poop was a strain on my leg. That's where this fostering of my self-belief, my confidence and my self-love has come in through all of this. I've had to realize what pieces of my confidence were flimsy and really fake, for lack of a better word. It's okay to be proud of your accomplishments, and I'm certainly proud of mine, but if that's what I'm resting my entire self-belief and my confidence as an athlete on, is these prior training blocks, prior races, that's super flimsy, as I've learned, because as soon as there's something that is taking away training and racing from me, that confidence kind of goes away. So where am I going with this? How do you fix that problem? Well, I've been reading this really great book called Inner Excellence, and I'll link it below for anyone that's interested. The author talks a lot about fear and love as a dichotomy. So in this case, I have a lot of fear around I'm hurt, I'm not training the way that I would like to, it's uncertain when this injury will fully clear up and when I'll get back to regular training. So what do I do about the fear? Well, the answer is the opposite of fear, which is love. And in this case, it's loving myself, loving the process, every part of the process, even this part, and trusting that I am capable intrinsically. I am capable of doing hard things regardless of what I have most recently done. So that is something I've been working a lot on these past couple of months. And back to why there's been a big break in videos. When my confidence was at its lowest, I didn't feel like I could put out a good video about the injury and what was going on. And I'm kind of thankful. I'm kind of towards the end of this injury now, so it's easy for me to be thankful. But I'm thankful for this, not just in terms of the growth I'm experiencing with my mindset and learning a lot about my running gait as well. I've always had a little bit of a funky running gait, and this injury is very likely part of that. So kind of just learning a lot about my own mechanics and how to improve them in that regard. But also, it kind of gave me something to make this video about. Originally, I was going to have this video be about the Chuckin' Up 50K, which I was signed up for. That's gone and passed. I did not do it. I could have maybe went and thugged it out. I think I was healthy enough to do that, but it wouldn't have been worth it. I would have been running not my best, and the risk of re-injury would be pretty high. But now, I have something to make a video about this injury, and hopefully this is something valuable for someone out there to hear. I know this is what I needed to hear when I first got injured was, stop rushing, thinking you got to get back to training as soon as possible. Rushing is usually a product of fear. If you are coming from that loving place, you're patient. Love is patient, fear rushes. So, and that's something that my coach, Ray, has told me, so I don't want to take credit for that bit of wisdom, but there's a lot of opportunity for growth in many ways whenever you deal with a setback or an injury, and just really focusing on being nice to yourself, loving yourself, trying to foster that confidence, even when there's not good evidence that you should be confident. And I know this probably got very woo-woo and very saccharine, and I don't apologize for that. Like I said, this is what I personally needed to hear while going through this, so I can only imagine that someone out there could possibly find value in this. But back to the race schedule. So, Chuckin' Up 50K didn't happen. I was also going to do the Leavenworth Skyline 55K in May, and I won't be doing that either. I do think I could go out and do it. However, I've already done that race. I train on those trails all the time anyway, so it's not like I'm missing out on some adventure that I could be having out there. Basically, where I'm at is I don't think I'm going to be at a spot to perform my best on that course when the race rolls around, and there's always an opportunity cost to racing something long like that. Have to taper for it, have to recover afterwards. And for my longer term goals this year, I think it's more worthwhile for me to train through that and not have to kind of take time off before and after that event. I do have some other exciting adventure runs and races coming up before Teanaway in September. I'm going to save that for another video. Hopefully all this yapping was useful in some way to somebody out there. And if there's anything you take from this, it's just that setbacks are part of the process. Doubting yourself is part of the process. And learning from setbacks and self-doubt is part of the process. There is never, I think, a full overcoming of self-doubt, but just recognizing when you're having those thoughts and figuring out how to navigate it is going to make you such a stronger person, not just in your athletic pursuits, but in any pursuit. Just knowing that you don't need to have immediate evidence of your abilities to have confidence in yourself. Hope you guys got something out of that, and have heart and happy trails.